Good evening, my News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for Monday, August 18, 2025. And in the news this evening, Patmore confident of ending Mama D's dominance. Businessman Paul Patmore, the People's National Party candidate for Trelawney Southern in the September 3 general election, is confident his nomination signals the beginning of the end of the Jamaica Labour Party's Marisa Mama D. Dalrymple Philibert's almost a two-decade grip on the seat. Dalrymple Philibert, who has won 5 terms, was nominated ahead of Patmore at the Electoral Office of Jamaica's Trelawney Southern returning office in Albertown. Patmore, a former independent councillor for Lorimer's division, described his nomination as the most definitive ever in the constituency. Right now, we have the mother of all nominations happening today in South Trelawney. So we're going to leave Albertown and we're going to head back to our base in Low River at the Paul Patmore Water Square, where we'll be celebrating victory and the end of Marisa Dalrymple until 6 o'clock this evening, Patmore said. This is a celebration. It is the beginning of the end of Marisa Dalrymple in South Trelawney after 20 years, he added. He noted, however, that once the nomination day festivities are over, campaigning will resume in earnest. We have much more campaigning to do. I will be touching base with the people, community by community, person by person, face to face now. We have around another 2 weeks to go, and we'll be touching base with my people just to build up the confidence and make them know that Paul Patmore is here to serve every citizen of South Trelawney, whether you're PNP or JLP, Patmore stated. So I'm calling on all laborers, come out and support Paul Patmore, because Paul Patmore will be here to support every citizen, so you have no fear. You will not be treated like how Marisa Dalrymple have treated the PNP supporters for the past 20 years. Tension in St. Elizabeth Southwest as JLP and the PNP supporters meet at a nomination center. There was tension in St. Elizabeth Southwest this morning between party supporters of both the candidates, the incumbent Floyd Green of the Jamaica Labour Party and Miranda Wellington of the People's National Party. The tension stemmed from accusations by PNP supporters that their JLP counterparts failed to clear the nomination zone in a reasonable time so that their candidate could occupy the space. Green was the first to be duly nominated at the Black River Primary and the Infant School at 10:49 a.m. The PNP supporters said the magnitude of his motorcade resulted in them being displaced and unable to gather in the designated area near the nomination center. Police can't manage this. It's spoiled. This a foolishness. If they say them a win, what this for? Them a try intimidation, a PNP supporter said. The traffic congestion was seemingly too much for the police to handle. Green and his team at the front of the delegation had long gone, but the tail of the motorcade was still backed up along Black River Main Street. There was a nervous mix of orange and green-clad supporters. Wellington, who was not yet nominated, encouraged her supporters to remain calm even as the tempers flared. By the time she entered the nomination center, JLP supporters were still reveling on the outside. Supporters of Wellington were not pleased and blasted the police for not doing more. Wellington was duly nominated at 11:53 a.m. The general election is September 3. No government response yet to JTA ultimatum on wage talks. Up to late Sunday night, the Ministry of Finance had not responded to an ultimatum from the Jamaica Teachers Association for a better wage offer. The JTA walked out of talks with the Finance Ministry on Friday and set a Sunday midnight deadline for the government to present a substantially improved salary offer. JTA President-elect Mark Malabver told the news that he has not been informed of any communication from the government and that consequently a decision will be made on the way forward. The government initially offered the teachers a 4-year deal with no salary increase in the first year and a 2.5% increase each year for the following 3 years. This formula was rejected by the teachers, who insisted that they would not be signing a 4-year deal. The government removed 1 year and brought it down to 3, but maintained the position that there will be no increase in the first year and a 2.5% increase for the 2 other years.
I have not gotten any indication from the JTS Secretariat that we have received an updated offer from the Ministry of Finance. If none is forthcoming, then the matter will be placed before the delegates at our annual conference sometime throughout Tuesday, as per the agenda. The delegates will then instruct us as to our next course of action, if any.
Hales says a big crowd made him late for nomination. People's National Party candidate for Westmoreland Western, Ian Hales, has attributed an unexpected turnout of supporters on the road for the delay in keeping his scheduled appointment to be nominated Monday morning. He was scheduled to be nominated anywhere between 10 and 10:45 a.m. However, he arrived way beyond the scheduled time and was nominated at 12:45 p.m. The delay is quite simple. I think whenever there is a swing to a particular political party, one can expect that people just join in. The crowd that we had prepared for, we got double that amount. It prevented us somewhat from our first point in terms of Negril much earlier. So that causes a delay, Hales told the media in response to queries from the news. In the 2020 general election, he lost his Hanover Western seat to then first-time politician Tamika Davis, who ran on a Jamaica Labour Party ticket. Meanwhile, JLP standard-bearer Dr. Garfield James, who was scheduled to be nominated anywhere between 11:30 and 12:15 a.m. Monday, arrives at the Gordon Hall Nomination Center in Grange Hill. He replaced the first-term MP Morland Wilson, who won the seat on a JLP ticket in 2020 with 6,148 votes to the PNP's Dr. Wickham McNeil's 5,095 votes. One unexpected independent candidate, Bill Bert Lancaster James, was nominated at 10:20 a.m., while a representative of the Jamaica Progressive Party, Bert Land Madden, was nominated at 12:20 p.m. No candidates nominated for Seavert Gardens Division by-election. Electoral Office of Jamaica officials have confirmed that there has been no nomination of candidates for the Seavert Gardens Division for the announced by-election on September 3. The officials, who did not want to be identified, said there has been no official word from the Electoral Commission of Jamaica about the election, but noted that it is likely off the table. The Jamaica Labour Party's Kevin Hall was this afternoon nominated as the candidate for the Olympic Gardens Division. Ruthlyn Stoner Horton was this morning nominated as the candidate for the opposition People's National Party to contest the division. Mayor of Kingston Andrew Swaby had argued that Prime Minister Andrew Holness and the local government minister Desmond McKenzie had no authority to do so when they jointly announced the date for the by-election on August 10. The PNP said it was prepared to go to court over the matter. Thank you everyone for watching. See you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. for another news update.